So I just did this vlog. It's a video. I'm gonna chat about vlog. Yeah, vlog. I just did this vlog, and it's a pretty long video. So it's kind of all about my training. So I apologize in advance, but it's kind of helpful if you watch throughout the whole video. Also, I'll put a link in the description box just in case if you don't get all the way to the end of the video. I know because it's a pretty long video, so if you get bored of the video, you ain't gonna reach all the way to the end. So I'll let you know now that if you go into the description box, there is a link to a training program, and it lets you basically download the training program that I created. Without further ado, this is all about my training program. Man, I'm some unhealthy guy. And I was talking about fitness doing shisha. What the hell? Anyways, whatever. So in today's vlog, I'll be talking about my routine, the exercise that I do, and how I like to train. So this is kind of helpful for people that used to be like in my boat. Like if you're a pretty skinny guy, especially if you're ectomorph, this kind of this has helped me out. So maybe if you guys would like to try this kind of routine, maybe it will help you out as well. So let's start with how I train. So I know a lot of people, the way they like to train, they do their exercises like this, right? They do chest and biceps together in one day. In Monday, International Chest Day, they tend to do it like that. And they do back and triceps together in one day, and they separate the days like that. But the way I like to do it, how I train, I do back and biceps and chest and tricep. So the reason why I like to do it like this is because whenever you're doing your back, it's a pulling movement. So most pulling movements, you're hitting your biceps automatically. Like say you're doing chin-ups, pull-ups, you're hitting your biceps. If you're doing rows, you're hitting your biceps. So the way I prefer is I'll start with my back, completely smash out my back, and then once I'm finished with my back, biceps are already semi-pumped, and then I'll finish off and isolate and just destroy the bicep at the end of the workout. Same goes for triceps. Now when you're hitting triceps, it's the opposite movement, so it's all pushing movement. And with pushing movements, it's gonna automatically hit your triceps anyways. When you're doing your bench press, you'll hit your triceps. When you're doing a push-up, you'll probably feel you're hitting your triceps. Now the closer you bring your grip within the bar, that's gonna hit your triceps even more. Like if you're doing close grip, a close grip push-up, close grip bench press, anything like that, that's gonna automatically hit your tricep. So yeah, like I said, what I would normally do is I'd hit back and biceps in one day and chest and triceps in another day. With shoulders, I separate out completely from as a separate workout of its own. The reason why I do this is because shoulders is again another push movement. So if you're doing chest and triceps in one day, it's going to be a really long workout if you include the shoulders in the same day. So I prefer separating shoulders out, and also because my shoulders are really small, I find it difficult to gain a lot of muscle on my shoulders. So what I do is I give shoulders a whole day of its own, a full workout exercise of its own, just in one day. So the way I'll do, so in terms of the days, the way I'll train, ideally it would be a 4-day split. So it would be shoulders in one day, back and bis the next day, chest and tris the next day, and then legs. Normally I do abs on shoulder day and on leg day as well, which is nicely split apart. And also because normally if it's just a shoulder workout, it's not going to be that long of a workout anyways, because it's just one muscle. So I include so I'd include abs into that. Same with legs, it's just one muscle group, so just hit legs, and then I'll finish off with some abs. Ideally this is how I'll normally train, but it never goes to plan, but I still try to keep it as close to the pattern as possible. So ideally I would hit shoulders and abs on a Monday, which is a push movement, and then I'd put chest and triceps a few days away from shoulders, just so that your shoulders will recover by the time you can hit your chest and triceps. So yeah, so the way I'd do it is I'd hit shoulders and abs on a Monday, back and biceps on a Tuesday, I'd have a rest day on a Wednesday, I'll do chest and triceps on a Thursday, and I'd finish off Friday with legs and abs, and that way while your legs are mashed up over the weekend, it will recover, and then you can hit all the exercise, and then you can hit all the muscles again the following week. So normally how I train is I'd hit one muscle group and I'd let it rest and hit again the following week. You can really hit the same muscle group twice in a week, but not within a really short period of time. So say for example you decide to do shoulders on Monday, you can hit it twice in a week by hitting shoulders again on Sunday, but then it'll be a little bit confusing, because if you do your shoulders on Sunday, then it would change up, because then Monday would be your back and buys, Tuesday will be rest day, and so on. You know what I'm trying to get out. So I prefer just keep it simple, have so keep the same pattern within the same days. The only thing is it never goes to plan. I prefer it to be like that, but it never goes to plan. The reason why is because, especially if you got training partners, like if you got a training buddy, you'd want to train so that both of you guys are free on the same day. So it's a bit difficult to get it on the days that I prefer, but I still definitely get the same kind of schedule, just the same pattern, the same routine. In terms of the exercises that I do, normally I start with light weights, just warm up with lightweight, and then I go into heavy compound movements, some heavy weights, and then I finish off with isolating. Now obviously it's gonna be forever for me to say every single exercise that I do and every single set, how many sets I do and how many reps I do. Most of my exercises, the rep range is around 8 to 12 reps. I tend to finish off in 10. Now ideally I prefer failing in 10, or if 10 becomes too light, I'd get it up to 12 and I'd slow it down so that I fail in 12. I don't like training in a way that you finish off in 10 or 12 and you feel like you got so much more energy to continue, because that means you just picked up a really light weight. Now obviously if you do more reps, so if you go past the 12 rep range, then you're doing a different type of exercise. It's a different type of program. It's more into the endurance type of exercise. So what I prefer doing is I try to aim to fail between 10 and 12. Now again, as I said, there's a lot of exercises and sets and stuff. It's difficult to explain. It's difficult to just tell you every single one in one video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my training program. If you click on the link in the description box below, I've actually created a training program. So you'll see 3 programs that I've created. You've got the strength and power, which is to develop size. Most of the exercises like that, most of the training with that is going to be less reps, heavier weight. That's more for strength and size and power. The training that I do, you'll see, is the hypertrophy type of training. It's all between the 8 and 12 rep range. And then you've got the endurance type of training as well on the last page, which is more around the 14 or past 14 rep range. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have the time, if you want to check out, if you want to try out the program, see if it works for you, click on the link below. It will just download that file.